welcome. I am back again. This is your girl D, keeping up with D. Oh, sorry, yeah, I changed my page name again. Anyway, thanks for joining this live stream. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment. What's your option on this? Okay, so today we will discuss, I would say karma. Trying to destroy somebody else's life. You know, we got a lot of that going on. That people, think they could destroy somebody's life. Doing all kind of thing. For different reason. Sometimes you want somebody husband, you want somebody man, you want somebody, woman. Even sometimes you just want. Even it could be somebody job. I see a lot of times that happen at workplace that you want somebody job, you go and you try to destroy them, say all kind of lies on them, and all these things to destroy somebody. So let's talk about that. Trying to destroy your somebody, baby. It's gonna come back to you. It's coming back to you. You see, karma, it don't miss and it don't skip. What did I say? Karma don't miss and it don't skip. No, it's come back. It is come back. So you gotta be very mindful. Very mindful. Gotta be mindful. Karma's a thing. It can hit your back. So, it's like you trying to destroy somebody. you know it's a funny thing. It's gonna come back. So let us get some example. Is like, if you reach a guy and he's married, you know and whatever situation he and his wife is going through, and people, when they separate or the divorce, they're having a divorce or whatever the case, they go through. I'm gonna tell you, there's the time when everybody's pelting stone, brick, anything at each other. Don't join in the fight. I always tell people, if you see a man and a woman separate, don't jump in the fight. I'm telling you, because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times, something that woman still love the man, she might tell you something, or he might telling the woman something, terrible, bad things. But yet, if somebody else tell them that, they feel a type of way or whatever. So you got to be very mindful, very careful. How you're plotting, you're trying to bring somebody down. You know, Baby, I'm here to tell you, you're digging a hole for yourself. It's gonna come back. Better believe it. It's coming back to you. So you gotta be careful. You know. So you gone anyway, as I was saying. So you join in with the man, you know, or you want the man or whatever, you join in and you're to bring down his wife, or his girlfriend, wife, fiance, some serious relationship he's in. And you join and fighting with him. Let me tell you something. That guy won't get a lot of respect for you. I'm telling you, going into a relationship, you gotta be very careful. That guy won't get a lot of respect for you. Because at the end of the day, even if he's angry with his ex-wife or his wife or so on, he's angry. He might be so frustrated, he might come and tell you. But you, as a woman, you should able to, as a woman, to say, okay, and try and say, I understand or whatever, but this is not the way. Because you could do it in a better way. At the end of the day, you were married to this woman. Sometimes children is involved. You might tell the guy, well, You know, you got these kids. At the end of the day, is your kids gotta grow up to see these things and so on. But when you join with a man, when you join with a man to bring down like his ex-wife or his fiance or something like that, right? And you join with him, and especially if you gone into a relationship, if you got into a relationship with him, you know, he can start like eventually, you know, with the anger in him at the time or whatever. But when the dust settle, the dust is settled. When the dust settle, he can look at you differently. He's gonna look at you differently. He said, if she could do this, you know, was she capable for doing? You understand? He wouldn't want no long-term relationship with you. At that time, yes, because he's angry. A lot of time, let me tell you something. When a relationship just finished, ended, people, it both, you know, people get this anger towards each other. This anger. Sometimes you in this relationship, look, you could look back at your ex, and at the time when y'all just break up, you had so much anger towards this person. But after some time, or a year or two, or you know, some years after, that's disappear. Or something you he could or she could have a, you know, a conversation, if you know, and all these things. I see couple, let me tell you something. I see this couple, they were married, they got, let me see, I mean, four daughters they have together. And the breakup messy. The divorce was very messy. Messy divorce, you know. And very messy. And they become best friends after some years. They become best friend. I went over at her and I was like, I see, she say, dad, you know, dad is over here. Because me, the daughter's friend. And I said, wow. And she said, yes, mommy and daddy's best friend. And you know, when I talked to the mom, she was like, she can't believe, you know, she ex-husband reached this point. After looking back, you understand, it was a really mess. It was a lot of mess. But she said, like, when she looked back, it's her best friend. And then, you know, sometimes you're attracted to people, like in a relationship, attracted to people, but sometimes it wasn't really to be like a relationship. A lot of time, as much as you're attracted to somebody, sometimes not for a relationship, maybe something just a friendship. Yeah, so that's why you're attracted to that person, you know. So after the harshness, the bickering, the fights and everything, and the dust is calm, and everything is calm. Couple years, they're our best friend. He would call her. We're cooking. She's supposed to cooking here. Yeah, right. I coming over for some food. She's living a separate life and whatever. No relationship. They ain't have together. But eventually, you know, everything calm. And then you're like, yes, they got this bond together. He could be your friend, not a relationship. So when you now fit yourself, it's not good. Let me tell you, it's not good for you to fit yourself into a relationship that is just like somebody relationship that just end with somebody. I'm telling you, it's not good to fit yourself in that relationship, because a lot of time those people are just lashing out because of, you know, vexation, out of anger. They're just lashing out because of anger. You understand? And when people separating, divorce or long-term relationship, whatever, some people, a lot of most time, people get messy divorce, messy separation. You understand? Everything you just bring it to, you know, on that person because it's messy. You can't take that person at the time. You can't take this person, and you shy every stone, everything you got at them. You shy on them, right? But somebody getting in between that relationship is very risky. It's very risky because when the dust is settled, when the anger, you don't be angry with your ex husband or your ex-wife forever. Eventually the dust is settled, and the hurt, whatever the person hurt you, whatever, that is settled and everything, and then you would able, okay, we gotta co-parent, or we gotta get some kind of whatever with this person. Especially, you see, when children involved, at the end of the day, gotta come together. So okay, we gotta raise our kids. But you imagine, you have, well, whilst you were going through that situation, that storm, you had somebody in your life, and they did not calm you as much as you were going through that storm. You got somebody in your life, you have a relationship in your life, and that person are calming you with the situation. Like, okay, it's okay, I know you feel, I understand how this person treats you, but at the end of the day, listen, you guys have kids, you guys are kids, and this is not what I want for you. You cannot love somebody, you cannot say you love somebody and see somebody destroy themselves. I'm telling you, you cannot love somebody and watch somebody destroy themselves. That's not love. If you love somebody, you can't watch it destroy themselves because somebody you see going out to destroy an ex, right? And they got children together. You don't know that affecting those, they're gonna affect that children. They're gonna affect that children. And if you love somebody, why would you understand? So when his dust or her dust is settled, you know what? That person warring your peace, then you're gonna realize this person warring my peace. This person see me crash out and couldn't hold me down. This person see me crash out because we crash out. You understand? I remember, let me tell you, you must spin back. I gotta talk about me too. You see, my ex-husband, let me tell you, we had so much thing going on. So much argument. Let me tell you, in the home. Argument. So much fights, whatever going on in this home. And when eventually, when I decided it's over, it wasn't easy. I didn't have it easy. You understand? My ex-husband even wanted to analyze me, right? It wasn't no, okay, let's just divorce and smile with each other and separate. You understand? But guess what? After some years, we could have a conversation. We have children together. We have children together. And I never, don't matter, let me tell you something. Don't matter what I went through, my ex-husband, I never, like involve my kids in it or talk bad about, about him to the kids and those things. And at the end of the day, after we had this rough part, guess what? We could have a civil conversation. So nobody was marry and then divorce and so on, was continue with the fight all the time. The dust is settled. The dust do settle. And if you were around there, that's why people say be careful. Be careful when you see somebody coming out of a relationship, and you get into that. You got to be careful because a lot of time they're just in that moment. They're just in that moment, A lot of times, sometimes a man might start dating a woman after fresh divorce. Just a lot of time it's just, like want to get back. A lot of times, even the woman is start a relationship because I want to get back at this man, or he gonna want to get back at this woman we just left. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Even if you out of a relationship and that relationship was bad, when the man pick up a woman or the woman pick up you feel a kind of way. You does feel a kind of way. It doesn't matter how bad the relationship was. You just feel a way, Yes, one if he had this woman all the time, or if she had this man all the time, you still feel a way. You feel a kind of way. And a lot of time, people rush into a relationship when a relationship just fresh and over is for the other person. This person see, I don't care about them. A lot of time, not only that, they're dealing with their own hurt. They're dealing with their own hurt. You know what people, this talk, they say, The quickest way to get over somebody is get on with somebody. Let me repeat. To get a talking say, the quickest way to get over somebody is get under somebody. And a lot of time people do that, just get under somebody to get help them cope with the hurt. But then doing it, that's just like, at the time they're just using it for satisfy the hurt. You understand? It's like, okay, you have a problem and you decide to drink. Pick up a bottle, you drink. At the time now, you get intoxicated. Your problems, you forget about your problems. You feel nice, you dance, you sing, whatever. But guess what? When that liquor wear off, guess what? Everything come back to you. Everything come back to you, right? Good. So that's why, that is the example I'm trying to say. So when a lot of time people just pick up a man or pick up a woman, right? Some is work. Some does work, right? Some relationship pick up fast is work. But, it depends. And you pick up this person because you were hurt. Your wife hurt you, your husband hurt you. You just pick up this person because you want to get on in the person. Forget about the person, the other person, right? For the moment. But after that, you just get sober on that. You start eventually. You get sober because guess what? Your heart start healing. You start healing. You understand? The hurt is get lesser and lesser and lesser. The pain is get lesser and lesser and lesser. You understand? Then if you get children, you start watching your children and all these things. At the end of the day, this is the mother of my children. This is the father of my children. At the end of the day, you understand? You gotta watch your kids. This is your kids. So the pain get, so you get sober. So when you get sober now, that's why I would call it. When you get sober, then you watch the person next to you. Sometimes it's not even your type. Sometimes it's not even your type. You understand? It's not even your type. It's like, what the hell I was doing? It's not your type. But because you were so intoxicated with the pain and the hurt and the revenge and the vexation, you just use something to numb your pain, to numb. A lot of time people use people to numb the pain. A lot of time, yes, people use people to numb the pain. It's not easy, but it is. So you gotta careful. Or get real back. So a lot of time we going back trying to destroy somebody. So sometimes, as a woman, let me put it here. Now you see a man, there sometimes maybe just out of relationship or he's still in a relationship and you decide you're coming after his wife or whatever to get into this relationship, even at your job. You see somebody in a position, you decide you're trying to destroy. You might go and tell a lie to the boss. You see them do something, you carry news because you want to get rid of the person. You want the person position. So not only, because of a relationship. Sometimes it's beyond your job. A lot of people, it's want people jobs. See that you think they want your job. So they will try to lie on you, and all these things. You got to be careful because guess what? It's come back. Let me tell you, nothing that negative you put out there, it don't come back to you. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Whatever you put out to the universe, you get it back. And sometimes you get it back 10 times. The pain that you cause somebody, trust me, you're going to reap that pain. It's coming back to you. It's coming back to the pain that you cause somebody. It's going to come back to you. And when you catch yourself, you're crying, then you realize, what? It's the same thing you did somebody. It's the same thing somebody went through that you put through. What you're going through is what you put somebody through. You forget. A lot of people forget. A lot of people forget. Let me tell you something. You gotta be careful. And I can tell you a story. You see this universe, you gotta be careful. It's not easy. You gotta be careful what you do. You don't dig a pit for nobody. You're gonna fall in it. You're laughing at somebody today, guess what? You'll be in that person's position. You gotta be careful. Let me tell y'all something. And next thing, let me say. I remember my third daughter, right? Remember when I would get pregnant with her, right? I was like, oh gosh. Well, my son was just meet a year, 1 year, and I get pregnant again. I was like, what the hell? No way. I keeping this baby. That was me. I ain't keeping this baby. My son just turned a year and I pregnant. I said this is too close. I'm not. You understand? So I decide. So I talked to a friend, and a friend. I'm from the Caribbean and thing. So I talked to a friend and I said, man, I want to do this thing, but it's early stage. She said, I got a tablet, whatever, and so on. I said, all right. So she's used it and thing. Anyway, I said, okay. I used the tablet and everything. I remember like the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning, I started getting a tummy pain, a bad tummy pain. I was like, anyway, I was starting to go to the hospital because this pain was really, really, really terrible. Anyway, I go to the washroom and I see blood, I drenched with blood and everything. So I said, okay, that's it. And let me tell you, I remember like 3 months after, right? 3 months after, I was in the shower and I noticed my tummy looking very hard and thing. I said, how my tummy looking like this? And I noticed like if my navel is pushing out, coming out or so. So I was like, what's going on? So I decided to go to the doctor. When I go to the doctor, when the doctor say I'm like 4 months pregnant, I said, doctor, I did so. He said, well, this is what you did. The baby's still here. And I was like, okay. I come home back, and I was telling the girl, and she said, how come that? That's why it's used and so on. I was still determined. Let me tell you, I still determined. I said, look, I gotta do something because my son, and let me see, my son was just a year, and I said, I can't manage this. I decide to go and do, whatever. So I went to the doctor. I booked the appointment. I went to the doctor, and everything. See, doctor told me when to come back and so on. The morning, I go down to the doctor office or whatever, and somehow when, since I go in the doctor office, I start getting chills. I start getting cold sweat. I start, I don't know, freaking out and so on. See, doctor say, you know what? I'm not gonna do this thing anymore. I said, why? He said, you I'm not feeling right for doing it or whatever. No, because maybe all I was doing, and he said he's work with his, spirit. He's work with it, how we feel and whatever. And if you come from the Caribbean or you come from, your Guyanese or so, we say we work with the spirit. When you get a certain kind of feelings, you stick heed on it. So I said, okay. I come home back, and I said, well, that's it. I ain't going no way back. I said, okay, that's it. I gotta get this, this baby or whatever. Anyhow, story, fast forward the story, get the baby and everything and thing. And let me tell you something, I completely forget about the whole incident I did. And like when my daughter was like, she was just 2+, like 2+ going into 3. She started struggling with like asthma, and she taking sick, and I take her to the emergency, and she had acute asthma with bronchitis. Acute asthma with bronchitis. She was unconscious in the hospital. unconscious. And I sit at the hospital, see the doctor fighting to save her life. And let me tell you something. I can say this today. I completely forget what I wanted to do. And as I was sit and I praying, you know what come to me? Well, this is a child you didn't want. So the child will go. The child will go when I didn't want it. The child can go when God wanted to go, because, and I realized this is what I did. So I right away, as this thing come to me, I start praying to God and ask God, God, for forgiveness, God, forgiveness. But my child eventually, come out of the coma and all these things. But why I bring this for tell you guys this is because a lot of time things we do is come back to we. You understand? It's come back to us a lot of time. And a lot of time when things happen to you in your life, something you got to reflect. Something you got to reflect and go back and see. Because a lot of things, I tell you, karma is hit we. Because remember, I was going to get rid of this baby. You understand? And guess what? When the baby born and growing and I love the child and everything, guess what? The child life was at risk. So this, and I didn't even remember this story for years until that moment when this thing come flashing back to me right away. I had to ask God for forgiveness for that. So a lot of times when things happening in your life, sometimes it's things you do to people. You understand? Things you do to people. It's come back to you. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You understand? I am not saying, okay, if somebody is separated and somebody break up and because everybody you go for date got an ex. Everybody always get an ex or whatever. But you don't go in, if you're going into a relationship, don't go joining in a fight. If you're going into a relationship with somebody, don't go joining into the fight. You understand? Because at the end of the day, when the dust settles with the man don't want you no more. The man don't want you no more. You understand? And I remember, let me tell y'all a next story. That had this girl, right? She had her husband, and her husband wasn't treating her too nice. But she started having an affair with this guy. This guy see her and he sees, oh gosh, he start doing things for her, and she started having an affair with this guy. This affair go on, for a good while. She's sneaking out with he. She's telling her husband all kind of lies. He all kind of lies to make this excuse to come out of the house and whatever. They're going through for years. And when eventually she decided to left her husband, the day she left her husband, the guy never want her to be his wife. The guy never want her to be his wife because he watching she sneak out. He watching she tell lies. Something he let right there the husband call, right? And she's making excuse she hear and hear. This man is seeing, hearing these things. You think he can say, man, listen, you think he not gonna say, no, if I take this woman and marry this woman, these are the lies she gonna tell me when I call she gonna say, you understand all these things. And when I remember that guy, when she husband leave, that guy eventually must be like a year or something after the guy go married another woman, married that woman, and he was with this woman for a couple of years. He told them she's sneaking with him, she's sneaking around with him, and he went and married somebody else because he wants she, because he see who she are, he know who she are, he see all the sneakiness, all the evilness you're doing. You understand? All that he see, all of them, all of imagine you later right there and she's telling her husband, should I hate, and she with this man. The man wants she as the wife. So bring it back for tell you gotta be careful when you dig in for people. right? You fall in it. You meet a man, he and the wife going through it, or whatever. Listen, I ain't getting involved. Would never get involved. Even if I meet a man and he have an ex, and somehow he and the ex continue, having some kind of problem, even if it's not just the break up long, but the bickering and whatever, I'm not getting involved with that. I'm not getting involved with that. You understand? It's gotta be careful. So, you dig a hole, you're gonna fall in. Where you sow, you just reap. You understand? Nothing to go unpaid. If you make a woman life miserable, another woman can come and make you life miserable. Another woman come and make you life miserable. You fighting no battle, but you think you fighting a battle for a man? No, then the man fight the battle. Because at the end of the day, when that dust is settled, when the heart start hurting, something you was not even his desire, you is just was a temporary plaster for his soul. You was just a temporary plaster for his soul. You know, when you're bleeding, you find the quickest thing and wrap for stop the bleed. Just anything around you, you get a cut, you find anything, anything you wrap, you just want for stop bleeding, you wrap anything. And then you might look, then eventually you get a proper plaster or something. So a lot of time, people gotta careful what they're doing. You gotta careful nothing to go on unpaid in this life. The ditch you dig, you just fall in it. You deliberately hurt somebody. You go out your way hurting somebody. Baby, that hurt coming back to you. That hurt coming back to you. You deliberately want to hurt somebody. You deliberately want to see somebody get fired. I know on job people want to see people that watch somebody just like though. You're trying to get this person fired. This person do you nothing. But you think a day gonna come? A day gonna come. Your day gonna come. Every man got a day. Every man got a day. You understand? Every man got his day. And your day gonna come. It's crazy. But every man gets his day. So you gotta be careful. Careful. You pitch it coming back to you. This universe, whatever you pitch it coming back. Whatever you do, as I tell you, if I remember doing something, and when my daughter grow to get 2 years plus, I had to fight for her life back, because that was the life I wanted to cast aside. That was the life I wanted to throw away. That was the life I didn't want. That was the life I didn't want. And that I had to ask God for forgiveness. I had to repent. I had to ask God for forgiveness. So you gotta careful. Nothing don't go unpaid. Nothing don't go unpaid in this life. So you gotta pay for it. It's a different thing. You're talking about somebody or somebody do something, you talk about them or whatever, but you're going out your way to hurt somebody. Hurt somebody. You going out your way, I'm telling you, you're gonna pay for it. Sometimes people say, look at me. My daughter was 2 years. It take me 2 years plus. She was going into 3 years before our life almost gets snatched. A life that I didn't want. Try my best to get rid of that life. And you think it happened the next whatever? No, it take almost 3 years before karma hit me. And I realized, oh my God, You understand? Yes, pain. That's why I step lightly. I step easy. You're digging a pitch. And when it's you turn, you're crying. When it's you turn, you're crying. They got a story right now going on. I remember this girl get arrested with immigration, whatever problem she had, and so on. And this woman, they got a woman, she's a social media influencer, and they get another social media influencer. Let me tell you, come out and laughing. I don't know how people laugh at people and laughing at her, dragging, laughing every day, laughing at her. You understand? Laughing at her pain and carrying on. And yesterday, we hear she was arrested. How she feel? Huh? No. You laughing at somebody pain. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful going after people. You gotta be careful. And next thing, a lot of time, some people got divine protection. Yeah, we talk a little about divine protection. People got divine protection. You got careful. Yes, you got careful. You can't think you're going after any and everybody. You gotta be careful. People don't understand. Some people get divine protection. This divine protection is not like nothing that happened to them. And people not gonna do them this. But baby, it's torn back. It's torn back. People got protection. Just want to know what? How this person withstanding all of this and all the people who trying to bring this person down. You will see all of them fall one after the other. One after the other. All kind of thing happen to them. All kind of thing happen to them. Divine protection. They got people, parents, pray for them, cover them. You don't know how people praying. This way you gotta care for. You don't know how people pray. You don't know how people is protect the self. You don't going after people. You don't going after people. You got a lot of people got divine protection. You will see everything around them crumble and they left standing. They leave standing. You know? So you're digging a pitch for somebody. You gotta be careful. You're trying to destroy. So you get some people go out the self broke. Listen, though I see people broken the self. Leave the self broken, trying to destroy somebody. And when they see this person and going down, it's like they still trying harder and harder and harder for destroy that person. Try. You know why it's used the word try? Because you're not God. You understand? You could only try to destroy somebody. Somebody might buckle, but you can't destroy. Man cannot destroy what God ordained. Man can't destroy what God ordained. I ain't no big Christian, but I could tell you, anybody God is blessed. And when God bless somebody, it's not, oh gosh, they got to be holy, solely. They got to wear a Mother Mary, Holy Mary, going from head to toe. You could wear, God could bless a stripper in a strip club. She up on the pole and she dancing, and God bless you right there. Open, she old door open. She got for strip no more. You understand? I know what this girl, a TikTok girl. Girl talks your story. She was a street walker for how many years? And she said one thing she used to talk about. She always pray and ask God, get a day come that take her off for the street. She used to pray. It ain't happening one day. It ain't happening 1 year. It ain't happening months. It take years. But it happened. So when God bless somebody, you think Anywhere, anybody, anywhere. Because this day blessings, this day divine blessings that you can't stop. And when God hit you, she said, look at me now. She didn't have to be on the street. She's a big, popular, on TikTok, making how much money and all these things. On Facebook, making money. And people will, yeah, what I gotta say? The other day, I see somebody talking about it. How could I talk about what somebody was? Eh? When God blessed that person. And then somebody can come and say, oh, because this person used to do, then deserve his blessings. And you want to try to bring down this person. How you could bring down somebody that God bless? How you could think you could bring down somebody that God opened doors for? No, God don't choose like how man is choose. God don't see you walking like Holy Mary's mother of the son of Holy Mary, mother of God. You are telling you, anyway, you could be on the strip club, you could be in the streets, you could be in the office. When it's you time, it's you time. When it's you divine blessings, you divine blessings. God don't bless people because they're in church and all in the Holy Bible. No. He bless them anywhere, anyway, anyway. I could tell you next story. I like tax story. But I move off a topic. But as you know, there we go down the lane. I get this guy named Cassidy, a big gospel singer right now in the Caribbean. But let me tell you about his testimony. He used to thief. He was a burglar. He was a burglar. What Americans call it? What was the word they call it? We call it thief. I can't remember what they call it in America. Anyway, he was a thief. He used to break and enter, and he was a profession thief. So he used to be at home, and the time we used to get a lot of like glass doors, and so on. He used the locksmith picker. He specialized in picking. He bad in picking locks. You understand? So they used to call this lock, and he used to pick the lock, and they used to pay. You understand? And them thing. Sometimes he little piece. So sometimes they get some fine. Oh, the Carly, he go through the hole, he open the door, and them starting used to get paid. So eventually he reach out the cops radar and so on. So eventually get catch, because when he was picking some lock or whatever, the police come or whatever, he get catch. He gets sentenced to jail. How much time he get? And let me tell you something. He was in jail. He had nothing to do. He started writing his music. He started writing. He never sang before. He, even though he added talent, he started writing gospel, music and whatever. When he get released, and he started releasing the music, he really out of jail releasing music, gospel. The man career kick off. Rich now. Rich. So what you gonna say? He deserve it? That we bring it down because he's supposed to get look what is I supposed. No, it don't work like that. You don't work so. God is blessed people anyway today. Anyway. That's it. We all is God children. And he bless you don't let him bad children out and just good children. Anybody. Anyway, this is not church. So, I'm just giving, example. But you gotta careful when you do things to people. When you try to destroy somebody, it's coming back to you. It's coming back to you. When you try to destroy somebody, coming to you. Right back to you. You're going about trying to destroy, take bread out of people's mouth, try to destroy for the lose a job. I don't know what kind of human is why somebody lose a job, and all of these things. It coming back to you. You might lose your job, but something more gonna happen. You're gonna lose, and then you're crying. A lot of us tears when we crying. Sometimes we look back, it's things we did in the past. You understand? Because you pay for it. Doing bad deeds, you pay for it. You understand? You pay for. You don't go to your way trying to destroy somebody. You don't. You don't go to your way. Because baby, it's coming back to you. It's gonna come back to you. That coming back to you. You got careful. You're crying today. But you forget the person that you made cry yesterday. You crying today for the same thing that you make somebody cry yesterday. And you crying today for it. You gotta be careful. You don't go about trying to destroy somebody's life. Destroy them. You, for whatever reason you got. Because some people get all kind of reason. Sometimes don't even know. All kind of nonsense, I gotta say, reasoning. Wanted to destroy people. Oh, they didn't deserve this. Oh, they didn't deserve. Who is you? When did God appoint you to do a job? If God of Himself don't judge nobody by the clothes, the past, what they do from what they do. When He ready to judge you, He judge you. So who is man? Who is man to say different? Who is man to say different? Imagine you fighting with God. A lot of them is fighting with God. Can you imagine you watch somebody being blessed by God? You watching somebody being blessed by God, right? And you trying, fighting. You think they deserve the blessing. Who are you? When God bless somebody, God open doors for somebody, right? Who are you for fight this person, and deserve it? So you fight it now all for this person lose what they get. Who are you? You're fighting with God then. That's why a lot of people destroy themselves. They can't see the way. They're stagnant in life. They're one place in life and all these things. Because your mind, dirty. We call it bad mind, dirty. Bad, dirty mind. And when your mind bad, dirty, man, you can't see your way. You understand? And because you see your way, you think somebody else mustn't see their way. You understand? But they can't stop. One monkey can't stop no show. Monkey can't stop show. The show got to go on. When God said, light up the lights, let the music begin. You can't stop the show when God show out for somebody. It doesn't matter what it was, what they do, whatever they do. And the next thing, people do not know. You see somebody on the surface. You see somebody on the surface. You don't know the relationship they have up with God. You don't judge somebody because, oh, this person don't wear proper clothes, or they don't hardly get on clothes, or whatever. You're judging them. No, God don't judge nobody by the garments. He's judging by the heart. And you cannot judge nobody because what they wear it and then deserve it, and because they do this, and because, oh, did they lie? I know because of this. Who are you? When God bless them, you don't know what I don't understand. People do not understand what relationship people have with God. People don't know. You don't even know what this person do. Right? And then went to God. Because God is a forgiving God anyhow. So how you know this person go to God and God wash? So when God wash away somebody's sins and make them new, who are you to hold on for somebody old burden? So a place where somebody don't live there no more. A lot of time people don't live in the past. Imagine Me pass, I move out to the house. Imagine I used to live in a house, an old house I living in, and I move out to the house, and somebody hold on and saying, but the house. I live in a brand new house, you know, all next house. And you hold on the pass with the house. You hold on that my past, me old house what I used to live at. You all on and that. And I ain't live there no more. A lot of people's not living the past. Imagine me living in my past. And you in my past. Imagine that. I'm not in my past. I ain't studying my past. I move away because when God bless me and forward me, I go forward. I ain't looking backward. So I'm not living there anymore. And you in me past. You digging in me past. And I gone forward. I move forward and you still in me past. Imagine you. You in me past and I day forward. It's crazy. A lot of them people with people past and people even living there no more. People done went to God. God don't forgive this person and move on, bless this person. Because he said, ask and shall give it to you. Seek and you shall find. How you know this person is seek and to find what they're looking for? How you know this person asks for forgiveness and they get forgiveness and they move forward and you there. Oh Lord, she used to be on the streets like the girl that us follow. So, oh, she used to be. She just used to. How you come and tell me used to? I'm making thousands of dollars, $1,000. You come and tell me what I used to, what I used to when I live in the life today. You understand? So, a lot of time people living in people past. Imagine you living in somebody past and somebody don't live there no more. They don't make it right with God. I'm gonna drop a next story before I go. So I remember I used to work with this man. With is a restaurant years ago. It was a soup restaurant. German restaurant. Used to sell a cow wheel soup. Guyanese cow wheel soup, where you do the cow foot and you with the split piece of dal and the provision and whatever. It was the best in the country. The best in the country. People used to line up for that anyway. Somehow this man was reckless. When I say reckless, he used to like don't believe. When I say don't believe in God, why remember one time somebody said, oh, you know what, he stand up on the road and he cussed God, right? And people, when I go on for the job and people start talking about him, Richard, he was reckless. He used to, so much of people cry on him. When they say crying on him, it's like the guy used to fire people. Just watch it, I'll fire you. Soon as you slip up, he fire you. So everybody was like, oh my God, he gonna punish. Before he dead, he gonna crawl because so much of people tears spun he this and that. He stand up in the middle of the road and he said, and he cursed God. And God and everybody had a story how this man gonna punish before he dead and all these things. Let me tell you, one day after work, and I come to work, I see everybody standing. I said, what? They say German dead last night. His name is German. I said, what? The guy died in his sleep. The man died in his sleep peacefully. When everybody say he can punish, he can crawl, what gonna happen? He died in his sleep peacefully. But come back to what I'm saying. Do we know if he make peace with God? When we man saying or predicting what can happen to him, he can crawl, this can happen to him, this can happen to him, he can suffer before he dead for the tears or whatever people got on him. But do we know if this man make peace with God, if this man asks God for forgiveness? You see people hold on what this man gonna do, predict what gonna happen to this man. You understand? Don't know what gonna happen to this man. And this man died peacefully in his sleep. But just come back. Were you there? Or if you know, if this man make it right with God, if this man out he frustrated this and he caused God, he went back to God and said, Father, forgive me, and so on. Do you know? People think God is all upon malice. God not all upon malice. Because you cause God, you think if you go to God today, you can all upon malice with you? No. So we don't know how this man make it right with God. Nobody know how when he make it right with God. But everybody was looking forward for get ready for punish before he died. He crawl, everybody see him crawl before he died. But guess what? That ain't happen. That ain't happen. He went peacefully. He went peacefully. You don't know how people relationship with God. I should say, you don't know the relationship people have with God. When they make it right with God. When they ask God for forgiveness. Whatever is the thing. You in these people's house. You know the relationship what they eventually have with God. The fall off and the fall back and you know nothing. But you there judging. You judging somebody. So come to all of this that I'm talking is that you cannot judge somebody by that house from a house that they don't live no more. A lot of people move from the old house. The old house, so they living in the move. They don't live there no more. Not everybody living in the past. Not everybody living in the past. I don't live in my past. Whatever or somebody hurt, whatever it is, I do not dwell. I do not dwell in my past. If a situation happened, somebody hurt me, whatever is it, you understand? And God bless me. I see my blessings today. You understand? Why should I still live in my past when my present is blessed? When my present is fruitful? Why should I live in my past? So a lot of time people don't live in the past anymore. They don't live any. I don't live in my past no more, no more, no more. Some people don't live in the past no more. People will lamp on the past. You understand? Anyways, I stray so much away from the topic, but at the end of the day, you trying to destroy somebody, trying to destroy somebody. It's coming back to you, baby. It's coming back to you. You think you're going to destroy somebody. You're going to bolt destroy somebody. You think you're not gonna hit you? You got pleasure for seeing somebody pain. You feel good. You feel high off of somebody pain. But somebody can get high and get high off of your pain. Somebody can get pleasure off of your pain. You understand? You don't go out your way try to destroy somebody. It's gonna come back to you, gonna hit you. You're gonna cry today and you're gonna remember what is it. So as I said, as I was talking, you enter in a relationship, a man with a man or a woman or whatever, he's coming out from a bad relationship. Don't get into it. The woman tears whatever going on in the relationship, and you get into the middle of the fight. I would never be a woman going into no relationship with no man and getting into no middle, no fight with a man. No, baby. No. I ain't getting no fight. You won't battle your own battle. I can give you moral support. I can support you. You know, when you come in, okay, all right, take it easy. I rub your head, I rub your shoulder and give you a massage, and give you a nice, whatever, and so on and so on. But me going, fight. Me looking for get nobody for bring you down and all of those things. Because as I said before, a lot of time those men or even women, a lot of time they just hurt. They just working after hurt at the time. Just hurt. And they just need something for band-aid. The hurt for the time, a temporary fix. So don't be no man temporary fix or no woman temporary fix. You're going into a relationship that have a problem. Listen, bring your word to the table. I cannot see myself sitting down with a man. Sitting down with a man and a man talking about the ex all the time. All the time. And then I join in with he talking about the ex. But then I'm not matter. I supposed to be enough for you when I enter the relationship. I supposed to take your mind off of your ex. If me can't take you mind off of your ex, I am exiting out of the relationship. Out. If I can't take your mind off of your ex. If I join a relationship and it's not enough for you that you say, oh my gosh, I can't remember nothing but me ex. You should hurt me. What you do to me, I ain't remember. Because, listen, this is what I got. This is it. I remember nothing but my ex. I will start smiling when I see my ex. When I see my ex, I start smiling when I see my ex. Because, then it's when you know you replace somebody. When you go into a relationship with a man and a man was nagging and fighting with the ex and you end up in a relationship with him and you see you could make he forget about the ex and he even start smiling with the ex, say hi, how you doing? Because the hurt you make that, you heal his hurt. And a lot of women heal man hurt, go into a relationship after a breakup. But some women know to heal a man. You understand? But don't join with the man. The man that want you, I tell you, the man that want you. You see, when the man gets sober from the hurt, when the man sober up from that hurt, the man wouldn't see you the same anymore. Because the man said, when I was hurting, when I was lashing out, you wasn't a man peace. If you wasn't a man peace, you see the man lashing out the ex-wife sometimes. They got cheering together on all these things. And you any peace? If I enter a relationship and a man have children, they're all over. But if I enter a relationship and a man have children, right? Baby, he got to take care of his children. Once you're in a relationship with me, you got to take care of your children. He might be vexed now, but you know what? At the end of the long rope, you know what he said? Wow, I really, could have missed out on my children. But this woman here, see this woman helped me see the light. You enter a relationship with them. If you don't want a man to have a relationship with his children, don't take a man with who got children. You enter a relationship with a man and you have children, you're supposed to be able to bridge that gap. You're supposed to bring peace. That's how you bring peace to a man. You understand? Not helping him destroy himself. You see, a man is going on the wrong path. You helping, you as a woman coming in, you helping him destroy himself. You helping him go down instead of you build him up. You understand? Because you fighting, or you calling out the other woman and all of that, don't do nothing for you. So when this man sober up, because as I said before, they don't stay drunk with hurt all the time. They don't stay drunk in the feelings all the time. They get sober. Eventually, it takes time. 1 year, 2 year, sometimes depends on the person. Eventually, the heart can start easing and they can get sober. Okay, you know, at the end of the day, me and this woman is married. Me and this man is married. We got children together, or whatever. Should do, we should do, or he do, we do, or whatever. Life goes on because the heart is no more, right? It heals. So you're able to see better. When you first break up, you get a lot of anger. Oh Lord, what you wouldn't do to the person, especially if the person hurt you or whatever the cause of it. But after time, nobody's supposed to stay in that place all the time. So after that time, when the hurts start healing, and then they look at that person next to them, the person word them, the person then bring peace to them. Who's this woman next to me and this man? You imagine you really doing that and saying this about the children of my mother? The mother of my children? Imagine what type of heart this woman got. This one to start you see when everything over, when everything is over, they start examining themselves, right? They say, who's this woman next to me? You didn't You won't realize this is mother, this children mother. This the you realize you even help me get a relationship with me children. You help. You did nothing for me. And they said you did not. If you're a woman, you in a relationship, and you won't do nothing for a man if you can't say bridge the gap with his children. I said okay, I understand this woman, but yeah, I gotta get some reach with some understanding because yeah, I got children together and all these things. Nothing you do but encourage and you think standing by fighting the kind of fight is no. When that man sober up, when I say sober up, now we are called when the man sober up from his hurt and his bitterness and his anger, wherever he gets for his wife or even the woman, whatever, sober up, guess what? They start watching at you different. They start watching at you different. They start watching at you different. I drop a lot of story today. I even tell you about the man when he was having an affair with this woman. They relate for years, couple years. And when she leaves her husband, eventually she leaves her husband, say, well, she could go with this man because she in love. The man that married her a year after he married somebody else because he couldn't get past. He couldn't get past. She cheating on her husband. He couldn't get past. He's right there and she's talking to her husband on the phone and making excuse to her husband. He couldn't get past that. Because if she could do what type of person, he didn't want she to be his wife, but guess what? He had a long-term relationship with her, but not as a wife. So when that time come, he didn't make she no wife. You understand? He makes she no wife. I know not a relationship like that. Sorry, the thing she do is she having an affair with a man. She getting things, food, meals out your husband, out your he went and married the next woman and she planning to leave your husband. He don't want sometimes men is be drunk. When I said drunk, not with alcohol, maybe drunk in feelings, drunk with anger. Not only men, women too, right? Drunken feelings at the time. But when they start sober, wait, you gonna help me? You see me down. You see me frustrated. You see me sinking. You see me going after the mother of my children. And you couldn't even calm me. You had no calm for this man. This man started looking at you different. He didn't want you. He didn't want you. So that's why a lot of times when women in a situation and they encourage a man in certain situation, and when a man sober up, as I say, sober up, he want them. You gotta take somebody fresh. You gotta take somebody. fresh. You gotta be careful. You don't want destroying somebody. You're destroying yourself. You're laughing. You're laughing today. Listen, I'm not saying if I meet a guy and okay, and he was married or he's still married in a situation, and he's coming out of the marriage, is getting a divorce or whatever. I tread lightly in that situation, and then I would able to give him something. It's like, okay, I give him calm, I give him peace. When I say calm and peace, it's like, okay, I understand this situation, but you can't get this, this resentment to this woman is still the mother of your child, is you married she and whatever. I give him that peace. So when he's sober up, he see me as a Jezebel. You understand? He see me as a peace. I give you peace. But a lot of when a man sober up, he see you as a Jezebel and he wants you. So you gotta be careful. You see, even with women, even if you just come out of a fresh relationship, right? And you get a man you pick up a man and he encouraging you with certain things, encourage you, you sober up, just like, what's it? You start seeing it different. But if he was like, hey, stop though, don't do that, don't do that. You're looking good. You can't do certain things like that, whatever. So you gotta be careful. So you trying to dig a hole for somebody, you can fall in. You're gonna fall in the hole. You trying to make somebody's life miserable, you end up in misery. And the thing is that you don't even remember. And people think, oh, this thing can happen to me. If it has 1 year, nothing can happen. 1 month, nothing. 2 years, nothing. 3 years, nothing. You never know. You never know when it can happen. You don't go about trying to destroy somebody's life. You don't go about the place trying to destroy somebody's life. You can destroy yourself. You want to destroy yourself because, baby, it's coming back to you. It's coming back. I give you so many stories today. You understand? Even personal story that I tell you with my daughter, that what I did, what I attempt to do, and when I didn't expect it, she life almost gets snatched away from me because I was going to take her life from the womb, and it didn't happen. When she was about nearly 3 years, 2 years plus, little more, it would have been snatched out from me. So you gotta careful. You don't go about hurting people and think it's not gonna hit you back. It hit you back. And I always tell ladies, be careful when you in a relationship and a man and a woman have a situation, his ex have a situation, tread lightly in that situation. Tread lightly in that situation. You understand? Because in the end of the day, when he hard finish, he not want you. A lot of time, what people don't know, sometimes use just the plaster for the time. It's not even, I said before, something is not even type. There's nothing we want. But at the time, sometimes it's forget back at the wife. Women is do the same thing. Sometimes just run the relationship, forget back at the husband, get back at the man, get back at the woman. You understand? It's just a quick fix, I should say. A quick fix for the horde. And again, I can say it again. People is say, Caribbean people is say, the fastest way to get over somebody is get on with somebody. And a lot of times, sometimes you've got to get on it, people, for feel this person hurt you so bad. Sometimes you get on it somebody, but the person's not the person. So when eventually you get over the art, you don't want the person no more. So anyway, let me drop one more one more tea before I left, guys. I gotta come after this. No. I had this friend, right? I got a friend. Years ago. I know what happened. Anyway, she have her husband and she was having an affair with somebody. When this girl come to me crying, when I tell you tears, you won't believe this girl got a husband. She was tears breaking down. I said, what happened? She said, this person she talking to, Black Shay, say you want nothing to do with shit no more, break up with Shay and this and that. And that time we just start calling me and all of those Black Shay, then he's opening and that kind of thing. I said, I said, babe, you crying over this guy, yeah? Not even your husband. You're crying over this person. Yeah, but I can't help it. You know, she fall in love, she then she feelings, whatever. Anyway, she crying behind this body. So I said, listen, and give you a solution how to get over this man. She said she just want to get over this, but she said she should know this man hurting she should know she got to stop this relationship because she, you know, she gets her husband and so, but it's hard with this man. You know, get me, you know, some man, I know if it's sugar stick or will in my hand, but she said it was really hard. She trying, but it's really hard, and this man, you know, and then now this man hurt she away from. I said, well, let me tell you something. Here what you gonna do. I said, go in the bathroom. Nobody, they lock up in the bathroom. And I said, give a hard cry. I said, cry. Put on the shower. Go in the shower. Put on the shower. And let it water. And I said, cry. So you cry. You stop up in the bar, the shower. Whatever you want to do. I said, cry it out. I told her. I said, cry. I said, cry. I said, it was 1 hour, 2 hours. You're home alone. Your husband in there. You can't cry in front of your husband. So I said, you alone the home? I said, give a good cry. When I tell you a good cry. Even if you got to take 2 drink it and give a good cry. People don't, I always tell people, a good cry is get over a lot of things. Give a good cry. When you're done, give that good cry. You take a nice shower, you dry your skin, you dry your hair off, and you go in the mirror and say, you got this. I got this. And I said, here, what you gonna do now? I said, don't call this guy. I said, listen, don't call this man. Don't call this guy. Don't matter if I said, don't call this guy. I said, here what you do. I said, when you calling him, because he know you're bugging him, you calling him. I said, don't call him. I said, he can call you. I said, you will say he can call. She said, no, he not call. Because he said he want. I said, listen, he not call. He wants you because you keep calling him and begging him. I said, don't call him. I said, he can call. And I said, when he call you, right, talk to him and say, listen, it's, you know, and you break up with him. I said, you take back. I said, take back your power. That's what I say. I said, you take back your power. When you break up with people, I said, you take back your power. You start talking to him, and then you take back your power, and then you, when you break up with him, you're not going to feel the hurt. And she's like, she did it. You know, she got, yeah, and you know this 3 days, she didn't call it. You know he called? You calling me like you get somebody else. You understand? And she talked to you nicely. And then she said, yes, I think there's a right thing we did and thing, and I'm you know, I don't want anything to do with you anymore or whatever. She break up with him. I said, when you finish, break up with him, Blackie all over, Blackie phone, Blackie social media, black all over. And Blackie, you gonna see how you gonna feel. And she did that. She's like, D, where you get this one from? I said, girl, you gotta take your power back. So that's it. You understand? This is how she takes your power back. And you know, and There, and after the treat, your husband, live very loving. Then she got to understand that, she got to work with, her husband had a situation, and she realized she got to work with her husband, and take, she got to work with, because her husband was very financially stable, they had a good life, but he had a situation. She realized she got to work with her husband, because, so, and that was it. So, with all I'm saying is that sometimes people want a quick fix. You understand? A quick fix a situation. Quick fix. So don't be nobody quick fix. Be careful. You don't be somebody quick fix. That's something you somebody quick fix, just temporary. When a person gets sober, that person have no time for you. They out south. When they so it's with this person, it's like a drunk man. A drunk man is drunk, he drink, and when he gets sober, you did do this. I did that in your memories. He's sober now. When you drunk, you do all kind of thing, right? Sort of thing you do when you're drunk. When you're sober now, I can't believe I do it. But guess what? It's the same thing when people going through a hurt. When people's hurting, you understand? Just look for a quick fix to get over that hurt, to get over that person. Sometimes they just want to see that person, know to get somebody because they want hurt. A lot of times something is just hurt for hurt. You want hurt the body because this body hurt your back. You want hurt. A lot of times you want to hurt back people to say that, right? You want to hurt the person, you want to hurt the person. And you in the middle. You in the middle. You got to careful. Careful how you go about. So you hurting people. You can feel the same pain. You don't go about hurting people. You can feel the same pain the person feel. You can feel it. It might take a month. Some people get it fast, some people get it slow. You understand? But you can't go about just try to destroy somebody. You think you not get your payback, your payday, your karma. It coming back to you. Nobody's saying if you see a guy and a guy is coming into a relationship, or you have a situation with his ex, or you're a man and a woman get a situation that if you go in a relationship with them, you can get it. Sometimes they already had a situation that they separated, whatever. That okay. But I'm talking about going into the people's situation and making it worse, and doing all sorts of things to cause more corruption and whatever. You helping situation, you pour it. It's like you see this man on fire. Right? You go in a situation, you see this man on fire with a relationship that he coming out on. He on fire. And you pour for water for out the fire. Guess what you pour? Gasoline. You understand? You pour gasoline on this man. Now water. So guess what? When this man finish burning, he can look at you and say, woman, you didn't throw water upon me. It's gasoline. You wanted me finish. You understand? So you gotta be careful. You go in a situation like that, you going in, you be somebody calm, and I always tell people, and I say before, and I can say it again. If I go into a relationship and a man still thinking about the ex, I exit in. If I can't make a man forget about the ex, I can't stay there. I'm not going to be in no relationship and how a man can talk about his ex. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did hurt me. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did this. Oh, she can't cook. Oh, if I cook a nice meal. Oh, this food tastes nice. She can't cook. I do something. She can. No, guess what? She's still on your mind. She can't cook, but you're on your mind. Because if she wasn't on your mind, you will forget you can't cook because I cook it. You understand? If I sleeping with you, oh gosh, you could do this well. She couldn't do this. She lazy in bed. Huh? Huh? How come if I still go now you remember she the lazy? You're supposed to knock out your head. You understand? So if I cannot make a man forget about his ex, I am exiting. I am out. I would not be in a relationship that a man keep talking about the ex and the ex. I don't want to hear about your ex because you're thinking about her. Once a man is talking all the time about the ex, it's not once in a while something come up or says you're always talking about the ex, everything. You can't forget about his heart. You can if you in a relationship with a man, and he can't forget about how this woman hurty and you in a relationship with me. Door. I threw the door. I threw the door. I threw the door. I'm telling you. Imagine I'm in a relationship with you. And you can't forget about your ex. You still talking about your ex, your heart, you still hurt, you still hurt, you can't get out. From the time you go in a relationship with me, I supposed to be able to heal you. Make you forget about your ex. You understand? I supposed to give you that. I supposed to give you that. That when I come in, I'm so peaceful, give you this peace. That you glad. You never know, like, you go in a relationship and you was like, oh God, I glad this man he left. I glad we break up because if we didn't break up, I would have never met this nice person. I would have never get to this beautiful relationship I in. So you eventually happy you break up. You happy you break up. You understand? You're so glad because listen, if this man or this woman didn't do this, I wouldn't meet this person, this person. Forgive me this happiness. You understand? So you were happy that yeah, this person event was your ex, that this person and you break up. Because if this person you didn't break up, you would have never be this person. That is it. That is it. You understand? Now you sit down with me. I detest that thing. I can't say with no man I can be in a relationship and he talking about the ex. He talking about the ex or even a woman. Both ways. But I'm a woman, so I mostly, call him on the man. Sorry. But I cannot sit down. Even men. You imagine you sit down with a woman and as she talking, you do something. Oh, me ex used to do this. Oh, me ex used to do this. It's like you gotta go back to your ex because you want me, and I'm not gonna stay in no relationship with no man that still his ex on his mind. He ex up on his mind. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. The mean I ain't give you I ain't give you the peace. You in for me. You see, a lot of times I talk with people. People don't. Let me tell you something. We hurt ourselves. Why we hurt ourselves? Because science is be right there. We ignore science. Science and times is there. You know. Let me tell you. I I'm not a Christian. I don't go to church or whatever. But I always pray. I always pray to God for wisdom and understanding. Right. And what I understand to my wisdom is that, we have the God, the supreme God, and so on. But people say, oh, long ago, God used to do miracle and we don't see miracle. Every day miracle is happening. Every day God is answering you. You know what? But it's you who's ignore the sign. But you know what? He's doing it with signs, right? You pray to God for protection, showing his sign. You got in a relationship with a man or a woman. You in this relationship. All this man to talk about his ex. You get in the sign that this man and get over his ex. That this man want his ex. You and it. If you were it, you would have forget about the ex. You're not it. The sign is right. The sign's always right there. The signs is be always there. It don't move. We always has got the signs. We is ignore the signs. We is ignore the signs. It's there. If we look back on situation, you never know something happened. And then you tell yourself, you know what? This thing here, you start putting two and two together, and then you realize, the sign was there all the time. And it's this what tell people. People say, oh, I said, God, that is how God works. He show you signs, and he show people for who they are and everything. We ignore because of feelings. We want this, we want it, we want it, we want it, and no signs. We blacking out all these signs until we hurt our own self, and then we cry. Baby, all these signs went playing there, was right there. Let me tell you something. Oh, sometimes I would miss the sign. I'm human, but I try my best. Listen, the other day I was going to buy linen, right? I changed bed from a queen size to king size, so I gotta buy fresh linens for the bed linens. I'm telling you, I was going to Burlington. I put it Burlington. At least I swear I thought I put it in, right? And I forget the Uber. Next minute, I think I was live streaming at the same time, so I'm really, really paying attention. Next minute, I see the Uber drive in this place. I said, "This is not where we're going." He said, "Yeah, this is what I've got." I said, "I've got Newport. I think it was the aquarium place. I got a nice place, a fountain or something." I was like, and it hit me. I said, "Okay, thank you." Meanwhile, go back and forth. No, I said, "Thank you." Right away, it hit me. I did not know what God was preventing me from where I was going. You could tell me how that happened, but guess what? I came out and I enjoy the sceneries. I enjoy it. I buy some fish and chips. I eat with myself and I enjoy it. I make some content and so on and enjoy it at that time. And let me tell you something. I spent like 2 hours there before I call an next Uber and take me to the destination where I was really going. But the thing is about it, sometimes the diversion is a blessing. You understand? This is what I'm telling you. People do not pay attention. You understand? Because I could have just, no, go in here and just stand up there, call back on next Uber and get there. You understand? Or whatever. I realized it. I said, you know what? It's a diversion for me. Whatever, I'm supposed to be somewhere at some time. I'm not supposed to be there, and that's it. And and there's me, and that's how I try to live my life. Sometimes if I plan going on the road to do something, and then just I start feeling away and whatever. I say, you know what, that's it. You understand? And what we don't understand is that this all God is protect you. This is your protection. You understand? It's we ignore it. So when you go into a relationship, you see the sign. You see a man sit down or a woman sit down. All I could talk about is the ex. All I could talk about is the ex. Are you there? No, you ain't doing nothing for them. Because any relationship I go in, I'm supposed to make you forget about your ex. You understand? You're supposed to talking about me. You're supposed to glad that whatever hurt he hurt you. Or he hurt you, you're supposed to thank God. I get this hurt because I would have never meet a woman like you or a man like you. You understand? You're supposed to thanking God for that relationship, that breakup, for me to. And if you're not doing it for the person, guess what? You're just a quick fix. You're just a quick fix. Stop being a quick fix. Listen. Pay attention to the signs of the time. Pay attention. This is how the universe works. This is how God works. You gotta pay attention. This is why a lot of time, I gotta come back to this topic because I stray away from what I was talking. But this is why people miss the success line. and all these things because they're not paying attention to them. You understand? They're not paying attention to them. They're not paying attention to them. It's signs and times. You just get directed with everything you do. Just get directed. It's we just ignore the signs. You soon you go enter a new relationship, right? You start seeing signs of things, but you just ignore it. Oh, you're in love, you're this, you're the, where you stick right there. You understand? You gotta anyway, this for next subject. So, anyways, God come back is like so careful how you think you're trying to, you know, destroy somebody. Hmm? Baby, you're trying to destroy it because it can come back to you. Nothing bad don't go out to pay. You in God would say, well, this person deserves something bad. This person, you making sure judgment is for God, punishment is for God, not for man. I don't know why people think that they get the power to punish somebody. Oh, this person to do the wife this, or this person to do the husband. Let me punish this person. Let me do. You don't have that power to punish your own punishment because it's coming back to you. It's coming back to you. And I'm telling you, baby, it mightn't take a day or two, a month, or 1 year. It might take a couple of years, but trust me, it's coming back. It's coming back. You don't try to destroy people. You destroy yourself. You gonna destroy yourself because you're not God. Man cannot destroy man. You understand? You can't destroy a man. You don't have that power. You don't have that power. It can come back to you. So be careful. So anyway, that's for today, and thanks again. But I gotta get back on this whole subject about the signs. I gotta, I see a lot my people is very lost and they don't understand, you know, with certain things. So I must get back to that. Anyway, so remember, don't try to destroy nobody. Your time coming. You understand? Rain don't fall at one body door. As a Guyanese, rain not fall at your matty door alone. You understand? It fall at everybody doorstep. Today for me, tomorrow for you. You understand? Sun don't shine at one body door alone. Today is me on, tomorrow is you on. You understand? That's it. You can't destroy nobody. You didn't give nobody nothing. You can't destroy nobody. When God want to bless somebody, he can bless them. They ain't got to be perfect. They ain't got to be, dressed in a type of way. They don't know. He bless. He's our God children. And we deserve all the best from him. It doesn't matter what you're doing. When your time come, and everybody time is different. But I say it again, a lot of we ample we own blessings because we worry with somebody else's blessings. I ain't gonna repeat it. A lot of time people amper their own blessings because they worry with other people's blessings. You see a man getting blessings, you still crying over my blessings, and you aren't passing over your head because the time you were taking to look at somebody's blessings, you aren't passing. You ever see you on pass it over your head? Because you're busy worrying somebody's blessings. Everybody get a time. We all don't finish at the finish line together. And we all don't get the blessings in the same area. You understand? You see somebody getting blessed in this area. That means that you blessings can come in the area. You understand? But if you pay attention to you, you're gonna know where you want coming from. You're gonna know the open door. Because everybody's get lead. Things that happen in our life to lead us. To lead us. You understand? Into the direction. But we are busy. Now some people, busy with trying to bring down somebody that God bless. I don't know how the one is work. When God bless somebody, you trying to destroy somebody. What is you? You're destroying yourself. It's like you're fighting against God. Now you can fight against God. God gonna make an example. The same pain that you dash, you ditch on somebody else, the same pain you gonna feel. You understand? The same pain you're gonna feel. You don't destroy people. We're human. We talk about people, whatever. You might blog on somebody, whatever. But you don't go trying to destroy. It's a difference than trying to destroy somebody. You understand? Trying to destroy somebody is an all different thing. So be careful. Anyway, guys, thanks again for subscribing, listening, watching. You know, put a like, leave a comment, and you know, let's mingle. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Have a good one. Until next time, thanks for subscribing. Have a good one, guys. Bye.